Alright guys, well welcome to the reaction lab. Make sure you read over it and have a good understanding of it before you actually start watching this recording, okay? There's actually two parts to this particular lab, or like two kind of experiments. The first experiment, guys, that we're going to do is actually where we're going to look at the neuron concept. And as you guys can see, the more neurons that you have, I have 3 of them up here, they're going to release the neurotransmitter in question, whatever type of neurotransmitter that is, into the synapse. And again, these are kind of like jumps, okay? And again, the key thing here is the more jumps or the more synapses you have, the longer your reaction time. So that's going to mean that it's going to take longer to have the actual stimulus being processed and sent to you, okay? So again, it's going to take longer. Now today we're actually going to test 3 different areas. We're going to test how quick your tactile reaction time is. That one should be the quickest because that one's going to run in and run back out. So again, you're going to feel a touch with a little with the hammer right here. This is a little hammer. So somebody's going to touch me right here, and as soon as I feel that, I'm going to press the event marker right here, and then the computer is going to generate the time for me in milliseconds how long it took me to respond to it. Tactile should be the quickest because it has the least amount of neurons. Then we have auditory, in which I listen to sounds with this little headset right here, and then whenever I hear a beeping sound here, I'm going to press the event marker, and the computer is going to tell me in milliseconds how quick I am to that. The last one is a visual stimulus. That's where we have this little switch right here, this little stick almost. There's a little light bulb on the end of it, and whenever I see the light, I have to press the event marker, this little red button, as quick as I can, and the computer is going to generate the time for me, okay? So make sure you read the directions on this because, again, I'm not going to go over all the little nitpicky steps. And we're going to see if tactile is fastest, and it should be, okay? And again, that's important, especially on your worksheet. All right, so recorder, if you want to come around over here and watch what I'm going to set up real quick. So today we have 4 channels that we're going to use, okay? The first channel is actually your EM1 response. That's your event marker. That's this little device right here, okay? The next one is going to be visual. The third one is going to be sound. Again, that's the beeping sounds you're going to hear through the headphones. And the last one is actually going to be the hammer, okay? So we're only going to be using visual, sound, and touch, or tactile, whenever we're doing those particular experiments. And we're going to pay attention to the top channel because we're going to use the top channel, which is the little event marker, for every recording. So we're going to start out where we're going to use the top channel, this is the event marker, and the hammer for touch. And once I get done with that and get my data, and I'll put it on the board, then we're going to move on and do the actual visual, okay? And again, this one is going to be where we use this channel right here and the top channel. And then the third little experiment is where we're going to use the sound, and that's going to be where we put the headphones on and use this channel and just the top channel, okay? And I'm going to explain how this is going to work, okay? And we're going to be using the 2 cursors, the red cursors right here, to measure your time in milliseconds for each event. All right, so I'm going to let Crystal come behind me, and she's going to tap me on the shoulder. And whenever I feel the touch, I need to press this as quick as I can, okay? So let me click record real quick. All right, so I can't see when Crystal's going to touch me, so go ahead and touch me when you want to, Crystal. And I need to be quick, okay? So we're going to do 5, okay? Go ahead and do 5 for me. I'm trying to be quick. Go slow a little bit and kind of space them out. Oh, that wasn't even 1. Do a couple more for me. Okay. All right, so I think in the directions it tells you to take like 5 of them or something like that. So we'll use these, okay? So this top channel is actually the elapsing time, again, from that green line to the next green line. We need to measure that, okay? But we also need to measure the onset of the stimulus. That's where we need to come down to the bottom channel down here where the hammer is at. And these little squiggly lines, again, the little, I don't know, squiggly lines right here, that's going to be where I'm going to put my first. And I did terrible on this first one. Where I first have a stimulus, that's when the hammer actually hit me. And again, the computer system picks that up. And actually, that's the one I messed up on. We can't use that one. Sorry about that. Let me scroll back a little bit further because I need to get 5 of them. Okay, so I got at least 5 on here. I'm going to take the 5 I would take the 5 smaller bars, again, the length between, okay? So the distance in between here, okay? So the distance in between here, okay? Between the bars up here, because that means that's the least amount of time. So I'm going to take, we'll take this first one right here, and I'm going to put it at the beginning of the stimulus, which is about right there. That's when the hammer hits me, okay? And then I'm going to take the second cursor and put it at the end of where I hit the event marker. And that's my time, that length in between there. That's what that distance is measuring. And I got 0.329 seconds for that one, okay? So 3.329. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do the next one. I got to put the red cursor at the beginning of the onset of the stimulus. That one's not very good. We're going to do another one. We'll do the next one. Okay, so this one, the onset of the stimulus was right there. And then by the time I got done pressing, the event marker is right there, and I got 0.361. Okay. Now I'm going to take another one. We'll just do like 3 of them. Let's go down here and get some of these other ones that look good. Okay, this one, put it at the beginning of the stimulus, and then at the end of the stimulus of the event marker. I got 0.386. So we're just going to do 3 just to make it easier for you guys. I think that maybe in the lab manual it says to do 5 just for, you know, so you understand what you're doing. But that's what we're going to do. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these 3, add them up, and divide by 3, and then that is going to be your average reaction time. And I'll let Crystal do that here in a minute, okay? Let's go ahead and move on and do the auditory, okay? Oh, sorry. So the auditory one is going to be the same concept, guys. So whenever I hear the beeping sounds, then I have to press the event marker. So this I really can't show you, but it's going to go beep and beep, 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 and I have to press the event marker as quick as I can hear it. Okay? And the other thing is I need to actually change the actual setup up here so that I'm using sound now. So again, I was originally using the hammer. Now I need to change the little cursor to sound. Okay, that way I can do it this way. All right, so here we go. I'm going to click record again. Now this time again, you're going to have bars up here, but we're going to be using the actual sound cue. This one right here, okay? Okay, here we go. Those are just warning sounds. Now I'm ready to go. That's just saying, hey, be ready. Okay, here we go. I pressed it a little bit too much on the other one. That's a good one. That one was not very good. See how I'm going to measure the distance between those two? Okay, that's the end. The 3 recordings saying that that's the end. All right, so what I want to do now, guys, is scroll back and take 3 of them that look good. Okay, so those were my initial beeping sounds that say, hey, get ready. And man, I did terrible on this. So I'm going to put this at the beginning of the beeping sound, which is whenever I heard this beeping sound. Then I'm going to put the other cursor at the end of whenever I let go of the event marker. That's when I press the button. So that took 0.591 seconds. Okay, let's take another one. So again, I put the first cursor at the onset of the stimulus, the sound, and put the other cursor at the end of the event marker. And I think that one I maybe messed up a little bit. That one the sound lagged out. Or actually I was really good on that one. I don't know. We're not going to use that one. That one kind of messed up. Okay, let's use this next one. So at the onset of the stimulus, right there, and then at the end of pressing the event marker, right there. And I got 0.542. I think on that previous one, I got a little trigger happy. Okay, so this one is at the beginning and that one's at the end. That one took 0.493. I did better on that one. All right, so I got 3 of them, okay? And Crystal's gonna take the average for me here in a minute and I'll get that for you. Now the last one we gotta do is the visual. That's where I need to change the source up here, the stimulator panel, to the bicolor LED. It actually can be red or green, but in this case it doesn't really matter. And let me double check the directions that I have this right real quick. I just want to make sure that I press the right button. Okay, I did it incorrectly. I have to press the red, so it's going to turn red for me. Okay, so see I clicked on the red? All right, so here we go. Let me get the little light. And I'm just going to set that right here. Actually, I can do both. Let me click record. All right, so when I see the red light, I need to hit the button as quick as I can. Okay, those are just 3 warning ones saying that it's starting. Okay, here we go. I think it does it 10 times, but then we'll have 3 that are like right in order saying that it's ending, and I messed that one. Oops. Okay, so that's the end, yeah. All right, now I'm gonna stop that and see how we're just using the visual channel and then the top channel. So let me get back to the 3 warning lights. There they are, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do the same procedure where we put the first cursor at the beginning of the light, which would be right there, and then the other cursor at the end of the event marker, and that took 0.542. Okay, let's do another one. We're not going to use that one. That's another one that didn't quite come out exact. We'll use this next one. Okay, so at the beginning, right here, and at the end of this one, and that one took 0.558. Okay. And that one took 0.484. All right, Crystal's gonna do the averages for me. Okay, and you can already see a trend. It's already obvious that tactile was the fastest, wasn't it? What was the results? Tactile for tactile, remember that one?
All right, so tactile was 0.358, 6 repeating.
0.358?
Yep.
Let's do that, okay. How about auditory?
0.542. And then 0.5246.
Oh man, you know what, just to make things look good, guys, I'm going to give you a little funny number. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Again, our data didn't come out exactly right. We'll just say this one took 0.558. We'll do another one. Do the average for that one. Let's pretend that we got that.
3. Hold on, wait. 0.542.
0.558. That way we live in a perfect world in the way it should have came out.
0.552.
All right, so our data did come out right. So again, first, second, and third, right? So fastest, medium, and slowest, okay? So again, you can even find research articles, again, at the library, you know, journal articles that go over different kind of studies in which they find this, okay? So you guys have the data then. Give me 1 sec, okay? So get your data wrote down and you can answer your first couple questions and on your worksheet, okay? And there's also the dilemma exercise. I need to look at the directions on this. This is a little bit different. This is where we need to select bicolor LED 1 or 2. The test similar to either green light or something. Instruct your subject to press the event marker only in response to the red light. So whenever I see the red light, that's the only time that I'm going to press it. So this is the dilemma. This is where it's a little crazy because guess what? This little light source can turn red or green, but I'm only supposed to press it on what color? The red, okay? So we're going to try that real quick. And what do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'm going to have to think about this and that's going to make our reaction time be a little bit longer? Yeah, that's what's going to happen because, again, it's a dilemma. I'm like, wait a minute, it might be green, and I don't want to press it. I have to think about this, okay? So I'm going to click record, okay? And it's going to have probably 3 lights, 3 red, and the success just to say we're going to start 1, 2, 3. All right, now I can only press it on red. Are we ready? Oh, I should press it on that one. Only press it on the red. I did good. I didn't miss that one. Only press it on the red. Oh, I was about right. I about did. There it is. Okay, only press it on the red. Oh, I did good there. So I didn't press it. I about did. Oh, see, it's taking me longer. Oh, that one I should have pressed it too. Okay, red. Only red. Oh, I about pressed it. Again, if you get a mistake, that's okay. But again, we're supposed to only be doing the red ones. All right, so I'm going to stop it now. Again, it does like 10 of them for you. But let's look at our time for the dilemmas. Okay, let me get back to the beginning where we have 3. I think I maybe messed up. Okay, let me just go back to the very end. Okay, let's look at this one for instance. So this is the onset of the stimulus. This is the light. And this is how long it took me. Again, I had to process it. So for the dilemma, guys, I got 0.780 on that one. Isn't that crazy? Because again, I have to think about it. So it's a dilemma. My brain has to have extra processing. Now let me go back to another one. Okay, here's another one. This one, let's see if it's higher than the other ones too. That other one was pretty bad. This one is 0.764. Oh my gosh, it's right up there too. So you guys can see that obviously when you have to think about it, it's going to be a lot longer. So, should you be texting and driving?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not, right? Because again, if you're doing other things while you're driving, your hair, your makeup, texting, whatever, do you have a dilemma situation? Yes, and that can be obviously a big issue to cause you to get in a wreck, okay? So obviously think about those kind of concepts as you think about reaction time, okay? So that's the first part of this experiment. Okay, how long is this video? Can you tell?
18.
13 seconds?
18.
18. Okay, so we're going to stop this one and we're going to do another one for the fun little exercise. Okay, stop that.